सब आनंद पड़ेशु ने ये जन अवश्य मिलय तारे कृष्ण प्रेम धन. Anyone who reads or hears these ecstatic pastimes will certainly attain the wealth of the ecstatic love of Krishna. So, how to attain Krishna Prema? Simple formulas are given throughout scriptures. Here it is said, all that you have to do is think about this pastime, meditate about this pastime, think about the interaction between the Lord and his dear devotees. That is sufficient for us to also develop that spark of pure bhakti. Mm? So, our Vrindavan Das Thakur is telling, anyone who reads or hears these ecstatic pastimes will certainly attain the wealth of ecstatic love of Krishna. Krishna Prema Dhana. What is the topmost dhana? What is the topmost wealth that I mean, dhana is wealth, yeah, that one can attain? What is the greatest thing in this world? It is love of God, not only in this world, even the world beyond. You all know the story of Srila Sanatana Goswami. Sanatana Goswami, he would be in ecstasy chanting the holy names of the Lord and performing bhakti. There was a robber who thought that the Sanatan Goswami has a lot of wealth. That's why he's happy. And you all know how there was this piece of gold or something that was there in a pile of rubbish. Chintamani stone, not Chintamani, Vaidu, no. Yeah, it is basically touchstone. Yeah, it's a touchstone. He said that touchstone is in the pile of garbage. Sanatan Goswami told the thief, if you want, you can go take it. But the thief was very surprised. How come he is not using the touchstone and resolving all his material problems? How come he is so happy? Even though the touchstone is there, he is not utilizing it. Actually, if there is something like that that is going to resolve all our problems, the first thing our mind will be thinking is, how can I acquire that product? Because by taking that, all my problems will be resolved. But the unfortunate news is that in this material world, the problems are going to recur. Problems can never get really solved. Even if it gets temporarily solved, there is a new problem that comes up. Every time I used to think, oh, what more is there for me to see? This is the limit. I have seen it all. And then a completely new problem comes. And then I'm like, oh, I thought that is the greatest of all problems and I've seen it. But look at this. Now there is another problem that has stemmed. And this also appears even more worse. So that is the nature of this material world, problem after problem after problem. By the time you resolve one problem, the next problem will come. And it is it is going to repeat. That is how it is. But in the spirit, but what is it that is permanent? The love of God that one consciously cultivates. So here we see Sanatan Goswami had this prema dhan, love of God. So he didn't need that touchstone dhan. It was meaningless to him. Because with that touchstone, yeah, he can acquire a few things, but from those things, another new problem is created. I used to do environmental emergency response earlier, and we try to get environmental solutions to problems that is there. But the solution itself will create a new problem. uh, And then to resolve that problem, another committee comes and they try to resolve that problem. In resolving that problem, they create three more new problems for the environment. And then there is another committee that goes and resolves that problem. So this is like a never-ending chain. uh, It goes on and on and on, and we are all talking about saving the environment. Sometimes I feel it's a joke. Uh, but that is how this material world is. It's a world of problems. Like Krishna says, Dukhalayam Ashashvatam. That is how this world is designed. By nature, the design itself is like that. Why is it designed like that? Krishna knowingly designed it that way so that we get frustrated and we can focus on Premadhan and we can go back to him. Yeah, so that is what his master plan is, Krishna's master plan. So it takes us a while to recognize this master plan of Krishna. But then, as we face more and more difficulties in life, some realization that ultimately Krishna, this Prema Bhakti, is the 100% solution to our existence in this material world, and it is the only way for us to go back home, back to Godhead. So, anyone who hears this very beautiful ecstatic pastimes, meditating on the loving relationship between Shachi Devi and Sriman Mahaprabhu, they will definitely attain love for Krishna. Mhm. Actually, it is so important for us to read and hear. Sometimes we don't give it enough value or enough time, especially I can say for myself also of late. It is very, very important. The more we read, the more we focus on devotee relationships, especially as described in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita and Bhagavatam, we can slowly try to aspire in their footsteps and somehow or the other attain this ecstatic love for Krishna, which is the topmost goal. So 276. Prabhu re dibena bhiksha ai bhagavati Prabhu stane advaita laila anumati. Advaita then took permission from the Lord for the fortunate Mother Shachi to cook for him. Now comes the fun part for the foodies like me. Let's see what all Mother Shachi is going to cook. As Mother Shachi, Shantoshi Chaliya Ai Korite Randhana Prema Yoge Chinti Gaura Chandra Narayana. As Mother Sachi went to cook for the great satisfaction with love, she sought Gaurachandra is the Lord Narayan himself. So she knew that this is the supreme absolute truth. Now he's taken sannyas and everybody has seen his Aishwarya. So she was thinking, I should know that I'm cooking for the Supreme Lord, though he's my son, I'm cooking for the Supreme Lord. घटेक प्रकारे आई कोरिला रंधना नाम नहीं जनिहेन randhila vyanjana. Mother Shachi cooked a variety of vegetable preparations, and I do not know the names of all of them. Neither do we. 279. Every time in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat, this section comes with the number of vegetables that is cooked for Mahaprabhu. It's mind-boggling. I mean, today I don't even know if these vegetables are even available. Such beautiful, beautiful, nutritious vegetables with high Ayurvedic value. These were all cooked by Mother Shachi. 279. Ai jana prabhu rasan tosha bhada shake vismati prakara shaka randhila. Mother Shachi knew that the Lord was very fond of shak, spinach. So she cooked 20 different varieties of what? Not just vegetables. 20 different varieties of shak. What is shak? Shak is greens. In US, we have palak and we have maybe gongura and then we have one red color spinach. What is it called? In different languages, it is known by different names. So maybe three, four vegetables, methi leaves, and maybe one more like that. Mustard greens, like that we have a few greens. But in Bengal and I was just reading these about these little items and recipes, how to cook these different shaks. They are known to be present. These 10 different varieties are especially present in West Bengal and Bangladesh area. People from there, like Sunil, I think Sunil Prabhu is Bengali. So they all would know these different vegetables, and we may all not know the names of everything. But let's see what all was cooked, the 20 varieties of shak. एक व्यंजन प्रकार दश विषे रंधिलेन आई अति चित्तेरे संतोषे. To her full satisfaction, Mother Shachi cooked each vegetable in 10 to 20 ways. So every vegetable that she cooked also, she cooked it in 10 to 20 ways. That means if she cooked bitter gourd, which is also favorite for Mahaprabhu, she cooked it in a 20 ways. If she cooked some gourd. She cooked it in a 20 ways. Like that, whatever Mahaprabhu liked, all the vegetables, she cooked in 20 different ways. Asesha prakare tabe randhana kariya bhojanera sthane pare tuilena loya. After cooking numerous preparations, she then took them to the dining room. How much happiness she must be having in cooking. I was just thinking, when we cook for the deities, it gives us tremendous satisfaction. I don't know how to explain it. But those Matajis and even Prabhujis these days, All of them who do it on a day-to-day basis for the Lord, there is so much satisfaction in the heart. It is the bliss of devotional service. It is not some material happiness. It is the bliss of devotional service. When we cook for the Lord, there is so much happiness in the heart. So she was cooking numerous preparations so happily, 20 varieties of each vegetable. And then she took them to the dining room. Shri Anna Vyanjana Sabha Upaskara Kori Sabara Upare Dila Tulasi Manjari. Shri Anna. Anna. Anna means rice. Shri Anna. Shri, it's very opulent, this rice. Rice is very, very important for our sustenance. Annad bhavanti bhutani, parjanyat anna sambhava, Bhagavad Gita. So Sri Anna, it is demoniac to serve rice without ghee. If we are offering rice to our deities, you have to put at least 1 drop of ghee, minimum. Of course, you can put a dollop, no harm. But if you offer rice without ghee, it's considered demoniac. We don't do that. Shastras forbids one from offering rice without ghee. And one should always ensure there are droplets of ghee or even more. We see in many places when Mahaprabhu honored rice, anna, it will be nicely smothered with ghee with a beautiful fragrance, nice golden color ghee with a beautiful fragrance. Of course, those who are that conscious, they don't have to put a dollop of ghee. They can put a drop, but without ghee, rice is considered demoniac. So it is Sri Anna. Anna is Anna Shuddhi. Anna Shuddhi, that means purity of rice is attained when drops of ghee fall on it. Otherwise, it is impure offering, they say. So you should always put ghee. And she put rice and ghee and all the vegetables on the plates, and then she played Tulasi Manjari on top. This is for the offering of the Lord. The phrase Upaskara Kari means properly serving on the plate. What is properly serving? Putting Tulasi Manjari, nicely arranging the items that the Lord is going to honor with a lot of love and devotion. When we cook in the temples, I've had this experience of how much detail is given to decoration for the plate, for the boga plate. For every boga plate, it is checked. There is a master checking before the offering goes. Is it wiped clean? Is there anything spilling out of the cup? Have you nicely decorated it with some garnishing? All this is checked. In multiple temples, when I've cooked, I've seen how the pujari insists that, you should not have droplets of dal or something like that flowing from these little cups. It should be 100% clean and very presentable. So there is a separate place where we go, we cook, and then we plate it, and then we clean up the mess that we have made in the plate nicely. And then if it is presentable, we show the pujari. The pujari is happy, then it goes for offering. Otherwise, reject. We have to make it look presentable. This is done out of love. It is done out of love for the Lord. Whatever we give the Lord, it should be first class. First class. If the president comes or the prime minister comes, what do? We try to present everything nicely. Now, this is the president, the prime minister of the entire creation, Sri Krishna. We should give him the best. So she put rice and the vegetables on the plate and placed tulasi manjaris on top. चतुर्दिके सारिकरी श्रियन व्यंजन मध्ये पातिलेन adi uttamasana. She placed rice and vegetable preparations in the rows on all sides. And then she placed the fine seat in the middle. How beautiful for the Lord to come and honor. Now offering is done, now Mahaprabhu comes to eat. Ailena Mahaprabhu Korithe Bhojana Samhati Laila Sabha Parishadagana. Mahaprabhu, then he comes with his associates to eat the Mahaprasad. Prasad is offered to Krishna. Mahaprabhu is non-different from Krishna. Krishna has eaten it. Now Mahaprabhu is also going to eat it. Double dhamaka, double masi. Deki Prabhu Sriyana Vyanjanera Upaskara Dhandavata Hoya Korila Namaskara. When the Lord saw the arrangement of rice and vegetable preparations, he offered his full obeisances. The prasad of the Lord is worshipable. See, we know the story of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. When Jagannath Prasadam was brought to him, he immediately offered his obeisances and he said, Even though I have not, and Mahaprabhu tells it's okay to honor it immediately, though he had not washed his mouth. So immediately he offers us obeisances. He takes a little. So this Mahaprasad, Prasadam, is not different from the Lord. It is His mercy. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he saw this and he offered his full obeisances. How much absorption, right, they have. I'm just thinking, when we receive prasadam, or when we receive the garlands of the Lord or anything from the Lord, I don't know how much consciousness, at least I have, to first worship them. Of course, we sing Mahaprasade Govindi prayers, but where is the consciousness even when we are singing? It's like, when am I going to eat it? At least myself. Yeah, but this is worshipable. This is worshipable mercy. So if the mercy is coming, first we acknowledge the mercy. We feel grateful. And then we honor it. That's why we say we honor prasadam. We just don't eat prasadam, we honor it. It is so special. So the Lord, he saw the arrangement of rice and vegetable preparations and he offers us full obeisances. Mm. Prabhu Bale. E anera takuta bhojana. E anadhikila hoya bhanda vimochana. The Lord said, what to speak of eating this rice? One is freed from material bondage just by seeing it. Power of Mahaprasadam. This Mahaprasadam, actually, we should not take it lightly, especially if it is honored by a Mahabhagavat. It is extremely special. We'll see in the future verses how everybody wants to grab the Mahaprasad of Mahaprabhu that he has eaten. There is a story in the Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. You all know that Ramanujacharya, first he was in the wrong hands. His first guru, uh, he plotted to kill Ramanujacharya. Uh, and he was not, he was a teacher of grammar, but he didn't have the proper consciousness. So once it so happened, there was a, uh, uh, what do you call this? You call this Brahma Rakshas? Yeah, there was a Brahma Rakshas who had possessed a girl. And this teacher, what is his name? I don't know, I forgot his name suddenly.
Yadavacharya?
Yadava Prakash, yeah.
Yadava Prakash, sorry.
Yeah, Yadava Prakash. This Yadava Prakash, he was very proud, very, very famous, very scholarly, at the same time very proud. He didn't have devotion. And when he was going with the students, and he heard from the king of that area that this princess is possessed by a Brahma Rakshas, not princess, maybe a girl, because there are multiple stories of different people possessed by Brahma Rakshas and getting delivered in this context. So that girl, so this Yadav Prakash, he goes and he tells, he's called because he's so learned and he's very powerful. They considered him to be a great personality who had great powers because of his knowledge from Shastras. So they called him, and he goes and he tells the Brahma Rakshas, leave the girl. And the Brahma Rakshas is not leaving the girl. And this goes on for a while, and the girl starts to speak. The girl tells Yadava Prakash, I know who you were in your previous birth, and I know who this boy, he was a young boy, student, is. If this young boy, Ramanuja, if he tells me to leave, then I will leave. But if you tell, I don't care a damn. Why? Because the Brahma Rakshas says, I know who you were. You were, after all, a toad. Huh? And you were near the pond where some Vaishnavas had come and they were honoring the temple prasadam. And after honoring the temple prasadam, some Mahaprasad spilled off near the rocks. And this toad, or this toad, you call it a toad, or maybe it's a kind of a lizard. It's Udumba. I don't know what the exact English word is. But this particular creature had the opportunity to eat the remnants of those Vaishnavas who had honored Mahaprasad. And because of that, he gets a body of Yadava Prakash. Yadava Prakash, yeah, he gets a great body of Yadava Prakash, the great famous Yadava Prakash. This is the power. It can take you from a very low creature to a very high birth. Of course, he made mistakes, but later, even this Yadava Prakash, he becomes a disciple of Sripad Ramanujacharya later. He also changes, his mind changes, and he becomes a very nice devotee of Sripad Ramanujacharya after getting some advice from his wonderful mother. So that is the power. It can take you from nothing to something great and then make you even a devotee eventually. In the case of Yadav Prakash, yes, he did become a great Vaishnava later. And Ramanujacharya always had this respect for him, though the same man tried to kill him. He had so much honor and respect because he has learned. This was in Gurusthan. So he had a lot of respect for Yadav Prakash. And his heart changed eventually. So this also tells us, yeah, we get mercy of Mahaprasad, and so many living entities also get mercy of Mahaprasad. They get mercy of the holy names. They get mercy of Mahaprasad. So all this goes a long way. We can't see it immediately, how it affects them. But we must have faith that it goes a very, very long way. So, of course, the story continues that Sripad Ramanujacharya, he tells the Brahma Rakshas to leave, and the Brahma Rakshas leaves. So the girl is relieved of the condition. Yeah. So why did I tell all this? I don't remember. Yeah, because of the power of Mahaprasad. Yeah. Yeah. Prabhu bole ye anira thakura bojana edekila haya bhanga vimochana. The Lord said, what to speak of eating this rice? One is free from material bondage just by seeing it. Chachi Devi cooked 20 varieties of shak and 10 to 20 varieties of every single vegetable, and she placed tulasi manjaris on top and offered everything to Vishnu. When Gaur Sundar saw this offering, he offered obeisances and he said, what to speak of eating this food preparation? Anyone who sees them will be resulting in enjoying in this material world. They'll be freed from bondage resulting from enjoying in this material world. Anyone who smells the divine fragrance of this rice will become inclined to the service of Sri Krishna. Just smelling, seeing, tasting. Jagannath Mahaprasadam in Jagannath Puri. Just if you come in contact with Jagannath Mahaprasadam, you can get liberated. Right? So, very, very powerful. 287. Hirandana ihakai kahile kichunaya ye anira ghande o Krishnete bhakti haya. I'm unable to describe such cooking. Even by smelling this rice, one develops devotion to Krishna. 288. I think we have lots of verses, so I'm not going to parallel stories. But if we have time, I'll go to parallel stories. 288. Bujilama Krishna lai saba parivara ye na kariya chena apane svikara. I think Krishna and his associates have personally tasted this rice. Yeah. Sometimes cooking prasadam itself, we taste in the prasadam and we think, oh, Krishna has personally tasted it. That's why it is so tasty. So Mahaprabhu is telling here, I think Krishna and his associates, they personally ate this rice. Otherwise, it cannot be so transcendentally fragrant and tasty. ये बलि प्रभु अन्न प्रदक्षिण करी भोजने वसीलारी गौरंगमा नरहरि. After speaking these words, Lord Gauranga circumambulated the rice and sat down to eat. How nice. He pays obeisances, he circumambulates the rice, and then he begins to eat. Abura ha nyaya sab Ishadagana Vasilena Chaturdike Dekite. On the order of the Lord, all of his associates sat down on all sides to watch the Lord eat. Yeah, just like how Krishna eats in the midst of all the Gopa friends, and all the Gopas are trying to catch a glimpse of Krishna, and they all feel Krishna saying, only me. So like that, Mahaprabhu, everyone wanted to see Mahaprabhu honor prasadam. And it's definitely, it gives so much happiness when you see your loved ones honoring prasadam nicely to their satisfaction. So especially here we have Mahaprabhu himself and all his close associates. They are so happy to see him eat. And there are multiple instances throughout Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita where different devotees cook different items when they come from Bengal every year, and they ensure that Mahaprabhu has eaten all of them. Sometimes Mahaprabhu says, "You just save them," he tells his personal servants. But then the personal servants again and again they remind Mahaprabhu that this person got this item, that person got that item. You have not tasted anything. And there's a pastime when Mahaprabhu says, "Okay, bring it all together, and I will finish eating everything." And one day, one day he told his servant, "Bring everything," and he finishes eating the whole thing. And I don't know if it was Govinda or Jagdananda, one of them. They kept telling who brought what. This is there in Antya Leela. I don't remember the exact chapter. But it's a beautiful pastime where Mahaprabhu tastes the preparation of every single devotee. So all these devotees, they were so excited to see Mahaprabhu eat. भोजन करेन वैकुंठेर अधिपति नारायण Bhariya ke ai Bhagavati. As the Lord of Vaikuntha began eating, the fortunate Mother Shachi watched to her full satisfaction of her eyes. Pratyeke pratyeke Prabhu sakala vyanjana maha amodiyana takarena bhojana. The Lord relished every single vegetable preparation to his great satisfaction. सब हईते भाग्यवंत श्री शाका व्यंजन पुनः पुनः या प्रभु करेन ग्रहण. Yet all the vegetables, the shak preparations were most glorious, for the Lord repeatedly ate them. Most glorious, most glorious. साकेत देखिया बड़ा प्रभुर आधार हासेन प्रभुर यत सब अनुचर. On seeing the Lord's fondness for the shark, all the devotees smiled. Shakira Mahima Prabhu Sabare Kahiya Bhojana Krarena Prabhu Ishat Hasiya. The Lord smiled and glorified the shaka preparations as he ate each one of them. प्रभु बले ये अच्युत नाम शाका ihara bhojane hoya Krishna anuraga. The Lord said, "This shark is known as Achyuta. By eating this, one develops attachment to Krishna." The shark has a name of the Lord. Achyuta is a type of shark, and the Lord ate it and he glorified the qualities of the various sharks and their relationship with Krishna. Just like our Jiva Goswami, he wrote Harinamamrita Vyakaran. All the Panini grammar rules, he put it every rule to indicate a name of the Lord, right? That way you're thinking of the Lord constantly. So the names of various sharks also had the name of the Lord. So just by eating those beautiful sharks that has the name of the Lord, one can attain perfection. 297. Katala vastu kala Shakira bhojane janama janama vihare Vaishnavairasane. By eating Vastuka and Khalashak, one enjoys the Vaishnavas association birth after birth. Yes. You must get the association of Vaishnavas when you eat these different shak. This is a verse in Chaitanya Bhagavat. And I was looking up where the shak is available so we get good association. And all the shak apparently is there more towards Bengal area and Bangladesh area. So anyone who's visiting, who's there, try to eat the shak and meditate on these verses. You can get Vaishnava's association birth after birth if you eat this shak. Salincha hilena shaka bhakshana korile arogyata kaya tare Krishna bhakti mile. By eating salincha helena shaka, one remains free from disease and attains devotional service to Krishna. Nice nutritious shaka. हेमत शकेर महिमा कही कही भोजन करे न प्रभु पुलकैत होई. The Lord's hair stood on end as he narrated in this way the glories of various sharks while eating. यतिक आनंद हौला यदि न भोजने सब इह जने प्रभु सहस्रवदने. Only the 1,000-headed Anantasesh knows the happiness of the Lord, who enjoyed eating all these preparations that were done by Mother Sachi. एयश सहस्र जिह्वाय निरन्तर गायेन अनंत adi deva mahidhara. The Lord, the original Lord Ananta, who supports the universe, constantly glorifies these pastimes with thousands of tongues, these beautiful pastimes of Lord with Mother Shachi. Say Prabhu Kali Yuge Avadutaraya Sutramatra Liki Avni Tahana Agnyaya. That same Lord has appeared in Kali Yuga as the Avaduta, Nityananda Prabhu. On his order, I'm only writing a summary of these pastimes. Vedavyasa Adhikari Yata Muni Gana Sesaba Yasha Sabe Karchana Varnana. Now, the sages headed by Vyasdev will elaborately describe these glorious pastimes in the future. ये यशेर यदि करे श्रवण पठन तबे से जीवेर खंडे avidya bandhana. Last verse for today. If a living entity hears, reads about these glorious pastimes, what happens? You're freed from the bondage of ignorance and you attain the prema dhan, which we are all seeking. So these are some beautiful pastimes of Sriman Mahaprabhu enjoying the offerings of Mother Shachi. So we'll see some parallel stories. We know that many times Mahaprabhu had the great fortune of, even after taking sannyas, eating the wonderful meals that were cooked by Mother Shachi. So once, this is there in Antya Leela chapter 12. Once the devotees from Bengal had come, they would come every year for Rath Yatra. So once when they had come, Nityananda Prabhu was ordered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to go back. He was told that you cannot continue to live here, you should go back to Bengal. Soon you will get my association in Bengal. And the devotees who had come to see Mahaprabhu, they were broken-hearted because the time was over. And they started to cry and they began their journey. And they had the wonderful association of the Lord during this period, but it was time for them to leave. And they were telling this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is the supremely independent Lord. And just like how a wooden doll dances the will of the puppeteer, similarly, everything is accomplished by the will of the Lord, and we are all puppeteers in his hand. So they felt very sad and they left. But the previous year, it so happened that Jagdananda Pandit was given an order by the Lord. He had to go to the city of Nadia to see Sachimata. When he arrived there, what he did was he offered prayers at her lotus feet and then he offered her a cloth and prasadam of Lord Jagannath. And he offered obeisances to Shachimata in the name of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he informed her of all the Lord's submissive prayers to her. We see that the Lord constantly offered prayers to his mother. So when Jagannatha Pandit went to see Mother Shachi was very pleased. She was very pleased with the arrival of Jagdananda Pandit. And Jagdananda Pandit would talk to her all day and night. And he said, my dear mother, sometimes do you know that the Lord comes here and he eats all the food you have offered? After eating all the food, he says, today my mother fed me up to my neck. I go there and I eat the food my mother offers, but she doesn't understand that I'm eating it directly. She thinks it's a dream. And Sachimata said, oh, I wish Nimai would eat all the nice vegetables I cook. That is my desire. Sometimes I think Nimai has eaten them, but afterwards I think I was only dreaming. It would get empty when she would offer. And then she would think, Arey, what happened? Then she thinks it's a dream. Maybe I didn't fill up the plate properly. In this way, Jagdananda Pandit and Mother Shachi, they would talk all day and night about the greatness of Mahaprabhu. And like this Jagdananda Pandit, he met all the devotees of Nadia and they were all very, very happy to see him. So this news was taken by Jagdananda Pandit and told to Mother Shachi, whenever you offer, Nimai comes and eats it. That's why sometimes you see that the plate is empty. It's not an illusion. He really accepts your prasadam. So that is a very, very beautiful thing. And there is another a similar incident that is there in 15th chapter. Once Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this is Madhya Leela 15th chapter. So once Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he requested Srivas Pandit, Srivas Thakur, to do congregational chanting daily, and he said, "You go back to Bengal." When he had come to see Mahaprabhu in Puri, he said, "You go back to Bengal, and I will dance in your presence. Don't worry, only you will be able to see it." And then when he asked Srivas Thakur to leave, with him he gave the Mahaprasad of Jagannath and a cloth. And he tells this time Srivas Pandit that you go and give it to my mother Shachi Devi. So after offering obeisances, he says, "You please ask her to forgive the offenses that I have done." Who's telling this? Mahaprabhu is telling Srivas Thakur to take prasadam and cloth of Jagannath and go and give it to Mother Shachi and tell her that he is offering, that is, Mahaprabhu is offering his obeisances and asking excuse for his offenses. Why? He says, "Because I have given up the service of my mother and I've taken sannyas order. Actually, I should not have done that, but I destroyed my religious principles." Who's telling this? Mahaprabhu is telling this. He says he feels bad that he abandoned his mother. He says, "I'm a subordinate to the love of my mother and it's my duty to serve her." Hmm? The son serves the mother, right? It's the duty of the children to take care of their parents. Instead of doing so, I took sannyas. So why did I do that? He's feeling. He's blaming himself. He's saying, "I'm a madman. I did this." He says, "I had no business in accepting the renounced order of life and sacrificing the love of my mother, which is my real property. I was in a crazy state of mind when I accepted sannyas." He says. So he says, "Now that I'm staying in Jagannath Puri, because she said that I should stay in Jagannath Puri, I'm complying by her orders, but I will always, in regular intervals, go and see her lotus feet." So like this, he sends a message through Srivas Thakur that he's feeling bad for whatever he did. Actually, one day, Mother Shachi, she offered a food to the Shanagram Shila that she was having at home to Vishnu. And she cooked nice rice and various kinds of vegetables and the shak, vegetables made with banana flowers. It's a delicacy. Huh? We make vada with it. You can make sabzi with it. You can cook it with lentils. It's very tasty. It's a delicacy. Of course, it's an acquired taste. But in Bengal and in many other states of India, it's very popular. So, this is Shachi Devi. She cooked rice and various types of vegetables, spinach curry made of banana leaves and fried patola, nimba leaves, pieces of ginger and lemon, yogurt, milk, sugar, candy, and so many other types of food. And she took the food on her lap and she was crying to think that the food, all these items are so dear to Nimai. And Mahaprabhu was telling, when my mother was thinking, "Nima is not here, who will accept this food?" And she meditated on me in this way, her eyes were filled with tears. And when she was thinking of me and crying, I immediately went there with great haste and I wiped out every dish. I ate everything clean. And by the time she opened her eyes, she saw that the food was all empty. And she was wondering, who ate all the food? Why is the plate empty? She began to doubt our Gopal. She said, "Bal Gopal is eating and everything because he's a mischief monger. He eats everything." So she was thinking it's all Gopal's Leela. But actually, it was Nimai, who's no one different from Gopal, who came and ate everything. She began to wonder what actually happened. And she thought, maybe I didn't even make the offering. So again, or she thought maybe some animal came and ate the offering. So, or maybe I didn't put the food on the plate. So she saw the pots in the kitchen and she saw that the pots were filled with rice and vegetables. And she again refilled the plates and she again tried to offer it. And she was wondering if Ishan, who's the servant, had placed and cleaned it again. So, like this, she was thinking in various ways and she offered another plate to Gopal. So, Mahaprabhu says, "Actually, I was very obliged by her love, and I went running to eat whatever she had made when she was thinking of me after she had made that wonderful prasadam." Mahaprabhu tells that actually she knows all this internally, but externally she doesn't. Knows I only came and ate, but externally she won't accept. So you can ask about this incident when you go and meet her. It happened on the Vijayadashmi day. He gives the day also. And so, like this, while describing all this Mahaprabhu, he was getting very emotional thinking of Mother Shachi. So, like this, he sent various personalities from time to time to go and ensure that Mahaprabhu was feeling comfortable. Shachi Devi was feeling somewhat appeased in the separation from Mahaprabhu. So, we'll end here. If you have any questions, thoughts, or comments, we can take that. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances of glories to Srila Prabhupada, Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Such a beautiful class and such a beautiful scenario. You just told about everything and glorification of Mahaprasad. How one can attain the power for that, and they can get love of God, and they get association of Vaishnavas and everything. So such a beautiful class, Mataji, and I like the pastime, whatever you say. All pastimes are very nice for our Mahaprabhu. And this is the most like I like the pastime about the Mahaprabhu thinking about Mother Sachi Mata, the last one, whatever you explained. I really love all the pastimes. Thank you, Mataji, for giving, and I hope you will get okay very, very soon, Mataji.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, wonderful class. I did not pay like 100% attention this time, the way I generally do. I had to do something. So Mataji, did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu like eat all of the food, or this is like a lot of food? Because I heard somewhere that you can offer the food to God can eat everything, not you. A human being cannot. You cannot eat everything.
Yeah. He
So
licked up the entire plate. It was all clean.
oh, it was all
Yeah.
clean. Oh, that's wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji, and thank you for explaining about the prasadam as earlier Mata mentioned, and also the etiquettes to serve the prasadam. You shared a little bit about your experience in different temples, so that's wonderful, Mataji. Thank you so much, and I pray that you get well soon, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Hare
Sudhakar
Krishna
Prabhu.
Mataji. Sorry.
Yes, so good.
Hare
It's okay.
Krishna Mataji. Yeah,
Yes,
Dandu pronounce. Yeah, I think this last portion, when you started off with the prasad, so many things in that apart from, on like the word you said, no, we don't eat prasad, we honor prasad. So right from there, it was very, but for me, Mataji, what struck me the most was something you said earlier, how in the spiritual world, the person who watches Krishna interacting with some other devotee is more happy, is happier than that devotee who's actually
so
close by with
yeah.
whom Krishna is interacting. That sort of no competition, no jealousy, no like, oh, he's got it, I haven't got it. So, how that's all in the material world, whereas in the spiritual world, it's the other person who's watching this loving exchange between Krishna and, say, some one person, the other one is happier. So, that was very, very nice for me. And how one problem leads to another solution. I mean, one solution leads to another problem, and you yourself faced it with many committees coming in to solve one one problem after the other. Yeah, how this material world is like that, wherein there won't be like an end or the final solution. So that struck me a lot, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
for sharing your thoughts and realizations, Mataji. Very good. Sudhakar Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Again, a nice session, but I joined a bit late. I think I missed what I realized from this today's session is, I think you mentioned that one should offer the rice to the, sorry, when we offer the rice in the bowl, we should put the ghee, right? This is
Yes.
what, actually I was not, this is a good lesson for me. Maybe when I offer, I will now add ghee. Normally I don't purchase ghee because of the cholesterol. So, but now I, Lord, yeah, that's a good thing. Thank you so much. Another thing, Mataji, I probably I overheard or I just did not pay attention. regarding the prasadam, Prabhuji, Lord circumference on the prasad before eating, is it something we also should do, or what is it? I could not really get. If you can.
Mahaprabhu was in ecstasy and he was repeatedly offering obeisances and he was circumambulating in ecstatic love. We don't have to do that so much. All that we have to do is at least fold our palms, maybe take a second to look at the prasadam, think of Krishna, say Mahaprasade Govinde, and then start eating. It's of course not like a rule that you have to circumambulate and all that for us. But in that ecstasy, when Mahaprabhu saw that this is direct mercy of Krishna, he was worshipping it like that. But the recommended method, I don't know if we'll be in ecstasy, especially when I come to eat, I only eat because I have to eat. I mean, I'm so hungry, so I'm going to eat. And I want to taste this, I want to taste that. So I am like that. I don't know if I get into ecstasy. So the ideal methodology for all practicing devotees is to chant Mahaprasade or just fold your palms, think in your mind, this is Krishna's mercy. I'm now going to honor it and start honoring.
Thank you so much. Another maybe silly question, maybe, but just as a curiosity, I was asking this question.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
Of course, in this episode, I don't know, maybe it continued further. So in this, at least verses, what we hear is Lord was sending the prasad for his mother and other thing, right? It shows his love towards his mother, but there is no reference to his father or his wife Vishnu Priya Mataji in this one. Is this something?
So he actually passed away, the father, at this point in time, and only after he passed away, Mahaprabhu even took sannyas actually. So that's why he was feeling guilty that he abandoned his mother because the father was not there. And generally, the etiquette is not to talk of the wife once you take sannyas. Your Purvashram wife is, you should not even see her technically.
Okay.
That is the rule for sannyas. And that's why there is no mention of Vishnu Priya. But the kind of suffering that Vishnu Priya had as the spouse, as the consort, as the better half of Mahaprabhu, that is unimaginable. At least the mother, she was getting some opportunity to see him and all that. But think about the wife. She was she was she had to be separated from her husband at a very young age when she was very young, and she had to just live thinking of him. And she would chant one round, keep one grain of rice. She would just collect a few grains of rice, cook that, and eat it. Very austere life, just at the age of 16. That kind of pain is unimaginable pain. But again, it's not spoken of to maintain that etiquette that one doesn't talk about the sannyasis. When the sannyasi comes, the wife doesn't show up because he has taken service.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Sorry for a silly question, but I was.
No, it's an important question. It's a very important question. Yeah. Yes, Prabhu. I think so. Tamal Krishna Maharaj, when he took sannyas, he was not, he didn't see his wife. Out of etiquette. His wife she had come to the station. There's a story. I'm not remembering correctly, but she comes to the station, but he avoids, because he should, as per sannyas etiquette, you don't see your Purvashram wife, so he doesn't meet her. And then he meets the other people. And
my doubt was not seeing the Vishnu Priya Mataji, but sending the prasad. When he was sending prasad to the Bengal to his mother through Srinivas Pandit. I was wondering, you have sent, I'm sure Prabhuji would have sent to all. Maybe in here it was just mentioned briefly. I was just out of here.
Yes, Prabhu. You're right. So definitely the prasadam would have been shared, but out of etiquette, they're not mentioning the details of the wife. Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Prabhu. Sunil, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji Dhanatpranam. Thank you so much. Very beautiful class. Mataji, we see in this chapter, previous verses and now also, like Mother Sachi Mata is saying Mahaprabhu as a Narayan, as respecting and glorifying. But we see in Mother Yashoda's case, she didn't do. She never said Krishna's supreme personality. She said it is my son. It is personal account, not joint account. And here it is opposite. How to understand that?
Yeah. And there is definitely reverence that is mentioned here. But Yashoda Maiya's love was that's when the previous also we see she's identified with Prishni Garbha Devaki and so on. Prishni Devi. But definitely Mother Yashoda's love was in Brajbhav. Brajbhav was very different. Mahaprabhu, his pastimes have had many layers. Like one Baby Nimai had a flavor. Sannyas Mahaprabhu is a different flavor. So different, personality altogether. So definitely the mother, it's not like she has that Brajba where she is chastising Sannyasi Nimai. It cannot happen, right? So based on time, place, circumstance, the reverence has come. Yeah. So yeah, we cannot
Sachimata is
make a
Yashoda only,
direct
no?
comparison. Huh?
Sachimata is Yashoda Mata only, no? You have to different.
Yeah, sometimes they say she's Devaki, sometimes they say she's Yashoda. She had all flavors, but she also kind of, especially after his sannyas, she did realize that he's not ordinary. Yeah. There's different rasas, sorry, different rasas with him. It is not like Yashoda Maiya, though. Yeah. Purely like Yashoda Maiya. But Shachi Devi was fortunate enough to take on the role of Devaki, Yashoda, everybody. That is the great fortune that we were discussing in the beginning. She saw the childhood pastimes, later pastimes, everything. But definitely reverence has come in with time, place, circumstance, and understanding.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji. And sincere prayers for you.
Very well, Sunil Prabhu. Nutan Mataji?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvat Pranams. All
Nima
glories to
Mataji.
Srila Prabhupada, Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Thank you Mataji for this wonderful class, and all the pastimes which you shared were very lovely and interesting. And when you were reading the last verse, I was like, oh, itna jaldi khatam ho gaya class. And I wanted to listen to it more and more. I was reminded of my Amma as well, Mataji, the way you told us about the prasadam of bhoga offering to the deities. I just used to put all the items which I made and हो गया भोग लगा दिया ऐसे होता था, but Amma used to say no, you're supposed to put everything properly and arrange it properly, and it should be appealing to the deities as well. So I was reminded of her today when you shared this. Mataji, I have two questions. One is related to one of the verse from yesterday's class, where text 256, Ganga and Tulsi are known to purify everything, but even they are purified by your touch. This was mentioned. That time I had got this question about bhoga offering only. And fortunately, Krishna made me listen to this part about bhoga and prasadam today. So, Mataji, when we are offering during winter season and all, we do not always have tulsi leaves available with us. So sometimes manjari is offered, like Sachi Mata also did today. Manjari only she offered, and Mahaprabhu offered obeisances. So can we do that? And if there is no availability, the way when we are not able to visit dhamas, we do manas parikrama. Like that, is it okay to offer it mentally and then consume prasad?
Yeah. Yes. First of all, in winters, if we don't have tulsi, we can use dried manjaris, dried leaves. Generally, Tulsi Maharani, she sheds her leaves, especially in this month, December month, many leaves fall off. You can collect them, wash them, and keep them aside, and then offer it. Dried leaves are fine. Dried manjaris are fine. Now, tulsi, when it's dried up, you can keep collecting it in containers, and sometimes it'll even become like coarse powder. That is also fine. And if you don't have any tulsi in any form, it is fine to mentally ask Tulsi Maharani to grace the bhoga. Definitely, yes, Mataji. There is also a pastime, I think, in Mayapur when there was a devotee who was taking some bhoga. You know this pastime, yeah. When he was taking the bhoga offering to Jagannath, right? And the Tulasi manifested there when he mentally thought of Tulasi. Right.
Exact same pastime I was reminded of yesterday. They are so exalted devotees that Tulsi Maharani comes for them. Where will I get
Yes.
Tulsi from? And I have got this solution that even dried Tulsi leaves I can keep. That is
Yes.
one thing, Mother. And in today's shloka, somewhere near
Mm.
the 300th shloka, I guess, Ananta Shesha Anant Nag, he will be the only one to know what joy Mahaprabhu will be feeling
Mm.
while taking, means on that day, particular day, it was something like that. So why is it only Anand? Is it because he is so closely present with him, or is there any other reason, Mataji?
He has thousands of mouth, and his full-time job is with those thousands of tongues. He's continuously glorifying the Lord. That is his full-time job. So that's why
That
he's
was the, that's why.
um,
Sorry.
yeah, that's why he's continuously singing the glories, and even he cannot catch up with the ecstasy that Mahaprabhu is feeling. Like he cannot catch up with the pastimes that the Lord is doing, and he cannot even properly describe the ecstasy that Mahaprabhu is feeling.
Okay. Thank
Very
you very much,
close.
Mataji.
He's constantly doing this seva. So that's thank you, Mataji. Nice to see you.
My sincere prayers for your speedy recovery, Mataji. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Hare Krishna.
Our Neetu Mataji, regular attendee, Neetu
Hare,
Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you. It's a beautiful class. And I just want to say, sorry, Mataji, I don't want to interrupt you in the beginning to stop
Uh-huh.
your class. That's
What
all.
happened?
I say I don't mean to interrupt you in the
Oh,
beginning.
yeah. Oh, no worries. Absolutely. No worries. Why do you even worry about it?
Okay,
Thank
thank
you
you,
for
Mataji.
being there with us. Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hari bol, Jai. Hari bol. Sudhakar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, sorry, I had one doubt when you were explaining to the Nutan Mataji's clarification about the offering of Tulasi. Actually, in my case, I don't have a Tulasi. Actually, I'm in this Saudi. It is there also, but I cannot go because of my. So I heard from somebody, I don't know, is it correct or not? He says if you don't have Tulasi leaf or something, you know that the Tulasi Kantimala, which is there, even you can just touch the prasad. Is it correct?
You can. There's no harm. And Tulsi doesn't have the meaning. What is that word that they use? Like once the flower is offered, you cannot re-offer that flower. Na? It has. Or they use one word for that. But Tulasi can be re-offered over and over also.
Nirmale doesn't become Nirmale.
Nirmalyam. Correct. Correct. Mm. So Tulsi doesn't have that. So you can re-offer. You can touch any Tulsi form. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, that's. I was just whether I'm doing correct thing or not. So thank you for confirmation.
It's true.
Mataji, one question I have related to same this thing only, Mataji. So if we are offering a tulsi leaf on the food, right, Mataji, once we keep, now this is winter. So I have one tulsi leaf, I put it on the food of Lord and I offer it, and it is fresh, so I can keep it.
Yes, I've learned this from some disciples of Jayapatak Swami Maharaj only, that you can re-offer the same leaf. Mm. That's what
Okay.
Maharaj told them.
Okay, Mataji. Yeah, because
But
in winter it's very difficult to get tulsi leaves, right, Mataji? Like
I have a packet of dried tulsi. So for me, it's coming since eternity. 2 packets I got from one store, and I've had it for over 5, 6 years now.
Oh, we
But
can put the dry ones then? We can put the dry.
yeah, I use
Oh,
dried one, and I
okay.
use fresh tulsi for my shalagrams because they have to also be offered tulsi. I use fresh for the deities, shalagrams, but for the bhoga, I use dried. Mm.
Okay, okay, Mataji. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Very good. Yeah.
Thank
And
you,
I
Mataji,
think
for the beautiful class.
very good. Thank you, Anita. And I think Rupal Mataji also raised hand.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji. So I had the similar question, like say if I put Tulsi Maharani and then I take it away, I put it aside and then I eat my prasadam, right? Then the next day can I use? I was thinking to use the same one which I put aside. Uh, because
Yeah. That's what I learned from some devotees. Though I have plenty, I have a lot of dried tulsi. I also have a lot of fresh tulsis also. So I don't reuse, but I've heard that it is okay to reuse. Okay. There's no nirmalya for tulsi. That is what they told. And in their homes, I've seen they reuse. They have a big tray and they reuse tulsi.
yeah,
Mm.
and Mataji, I have observed like in some temples they don't mix the Mahabhoga which is coming with the prasadam they have made in rush. Sometimes they forget, and sometimes they mix it. So in that scenario, is it okay we say in mind, as you mentioned, that I'm because I do service also sometimes. So I see, but there are leaders who are leading it, so you can't say. So is it okay that you Tulsi Maharani and then you take the prasadam yourself?
I don't understand the question, Mataji.
So let's say if the Mahaprasad is bhoga is made, right? But the only, let's say there are 4 plates goes inside to offer the god, and when the bhoga comes out, that bhoga is not mixed with the larger amount, the portions made for the devotees. Uh, uh, so uh, so in that scenario, so the main bhoga is not mixed with the whatever the quantity is made, right? So in that case, the devotees are getting not the prasad is not mixed with the main prasad which came out from the altar. Uh,
I would
Sometimes.
say if it is something like curries, vegetables, dal, rice, all this can be mixed. If it is an individual item like maybe sweets, rasgulla, or maybe one puri, 4 5 puris are offered and they are kept aside because they didn't make more puris for the devotees, or they just made those 4 sweets. That's all that they have kept. But generally, the practice is to mix it with the larger quantity only. That is the practice. But if at all the practice is not followed, it is, I mean, you can ask the temple authorities, is it okay? Because they would have a better idea. But I believe this is what I've understood, that when you have made the first offering to the Lord has tasted it. It is still fit to be offered to others once the Lord has finished accepting it. Ideal situation is to mix it with mix it with the larger quantity. That's what we should do. But there is still no, but you can talk to your authorities because I don't know, I'm not a pujari, meaning like I don't know too many rules. You can talk to them and find out. But what my understanding is, once the Lord has given the first look of the prasadam, it is sanctified. The whole batch is sanctified. That is my understanding. So it is still okay. That is what I know. But you can refer and
Oh, I see. Even without not getting mixed, it is sanctified. It is
yes,
can be taken consumed.
yes,
Okay,
yeah.
thank you so much. Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah. But you can Mataji, I'm not an expert. You can ask somebody, some pujari, they'll have better ideas on this. Okay.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Okay, we can end here. And I saw some chat.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for this beautiful class and
Kiran
beautiful
Mataji raised
answering.
her hand.
Yeah, Kiran Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. I hope you feel recover soon from your sickness. But I have a little comment. Gadadhar Pandit, who comes on our platforms, frequently, I have heard him say that when you make like 10 chapatis at home and you offer one to Krishna, all of them are sanctified.
Yes. Yes, Mataji. All of them are sanctified. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for confirming that, Kiran Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. That helps.
So that means we need not keep all the food in front of Lord, and it's only that Mahaprasad which we have put in front of Lord. We can mix it with the rice, or even without mixing also, it's still considered
It's,
as prasadam.
yeah. If it's first offered to the Lord. But ideal method is to mix it.
Okay. Yes,
But
ma'am.
if it's an individual item, like even Kiran Mataji was mentioning, if it's a separate roti, then all the rotis are considered sanctified.
Okay. Okay, Mataji. Yeah.
I'm
Thank you,
sorry,
Mataji.
Mataji. I misspoke the name. It's Adi Gadadhar from.
Ajit Dada.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
Mataji. Yeah, Adhigadadar Prabhu, he also, I've seen in their home programs also, they consider it to be completely sanctified even before, if it's not mixed, yeah. Especially the individual items I've seen. Yeah, I think just the local authority is the best person to tell us.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, the prasadam which we serve the devotees when they are coming to temple, that we cook in separate kitchen. And the one which we are offering to the deities in the altar, that we cook in separate kitchen. Though it happens so, the one which we are cooking in the devotee, means the prasadam which we are making for devotees, that also we offer it to the Lord, but not the deities above. So that is also sanctified in a way. And the one
Yeah,
which we offer to Krishna, that is also sanctified. So here
yes,
in both the cases, the one which we make below, we offer and mix it. The one
mix
which
it.
we are offering it to the lordships above, that one they just distribute it like that. That
Like
is
that.
one thing, Mataji. And both the cases we call it Mahaprasadam only, because we have offered it to Lord.
Correct.
Do we call
Yeah,
it Mahaprasadam? Or is
yeah,
it
yeah,
something
true.
different? Because
But
we offered.
some people say Mahaprasad means that is coming only from the plate. And the rest is called prasadam. Like that, there are some differentiation, but actually everything is Maha only. Maha, everything is Maha only. If a Vaishnava eats it, it's even higher power Maha. So it's okay. The terminologies can be different, but ultimately it's prasadam. Yeah.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Mataji. Okay. I saw the messages. Thank you all for your prayers. Very grateful. Mm. Okay. We'll end the call here. Oh, somebody asked a question. It's been recovery. Oh, it's okay, dear. If you didn't chant Mahaprasadam, just fold your palms and uh, pray to Krishna and start eating the prasadam. If you miss, it's okay. Next time you can do it. Okay. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा
यस्य
यस्य
सिन्धुभ्यश्च
कृपा
सिन्धुभ्येव
सिन्धुभ्येव
च
च
पतितानां
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो
पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो
वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो
नमः
नमः
कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय श्री
की जय
प्रभुपाद की
श्री
जय
की
प्रभुपाद
जय
जय
Glories to all the
Hare
assembled
Krishna
devotees.
Pritivilasi Mataji.
माता
माते
जी की
सच्ची
जय
See you
जय
जय
soon,
जय
जय
Mataji.
थैंक यू
श्री
Hare
माता
कृष्ण
जी
Krishna.
माता जी
थैंक
की
यू
Hare
जय
Krishna
एवरीवन थैंक
Mataji.
यू